This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Play action. It's Newton. And Sharp calls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Walker to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Geno now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. The forcing to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year, but Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Seahawks at 500 hit 6-6. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Check, Bobcat.
Now Gino on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. Here's Newton. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They fake the give. Newton. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession up. After the interception, here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
18, Pioneer.
Throwing now is Gino. Crossing route catch made by Eskridge. And he's got some space here. Down inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Dragon 60.
Now Gino. And Walker has it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Smith now to throw. It's caught. Block it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Panthers will get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. That is taken in by Hurst. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On first down, it's Corral. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Corral to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now
he's got a man complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. One play, 75 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Another try after the first down sack. Corral. That's the tight end Hurst with it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag right as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Corral with it on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On first down, Corral.
The Sanders has got it complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Corral. And once again, this is Sanders.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Sharks. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves starting to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Mustang 19.
On 1st down, Smith. Flush to his right. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
Here we go.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Here's Smith.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Seahawks. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense. Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
On the play fake, Corral. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. It's a second down run with Sanders. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Corral looking to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. On first and 10, it's Sanders. Down to about the 45.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running right, here's Sanders. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Switching it up, Corral going to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 30, 10, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points and get you back within a field goal.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Another run with Sanders. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire.
And this is caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this